Hello, good people. This is Janice coming at you from St. Paul, Minnesota, where it is freezing. For those of you who believe in prayer, please pray for my brother-in-law. That's why I'm here. Also, I want to apologize for not giving you timely uploads. I went back to school this semester to complete my degree in German with a minor in Arabic. Although I started with 2 courses this term, I had to drop one because Arabic is much more intense than I anticipated. While I have seen a slight improvement in my grades, I still have my work cut out for me. So that means I have to postpone uploading videos until after the term is over. So enjoy this last video of 2017, and I'll see you in the new year, where I'll begin uploading on alternate Tuesdays. In the meantime, have a wonderful holiday and all the best. Bye. Hello, good people, and welcome to Dignity. My name is Janice, and in today's video, I have another guest with me, Coen Naninck from Rotterdam, and we're going to talk about Articles 3 and 12 of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. I asked Coen to join me today because he has 2 YouTube channels that I'm going to post in the link below. One is called Curvy Shrine. It's a body positive YouTube channel. And then he has another YouTube channel, Coen Naninck, and he talks about Black women and mixed race women and why white men love us. So, thank you, Coen, for being here.
Thank you.
What prompted you to do these channels?
Well, it started with Curvy Shrine. It's November 8, 2012 when it started. I had had Curvy Shrine for my website, Curvy Shrine, for a number of years. I came up with the idea on May 8th, 2008 for Curvy Shrine. And I wanted to create like a website, a place where people could learn about, educate themselves on a different view of looking at a woman's body. And the initial idea was to focus on plus size women, but as the years grew on, it was more, got all kinds of different letters from people, mostly from women, but also from guys. And so I started focusing on women as a general group. Not just one ethnicity, race, but just women, and to focus on womanly curves, but not in a way that objectifies women, but really to show, like, you know what, because as women age, they gain more easily weight because their metabolism slows down. And what I want to do is, like, I want to show people that it's a beautiful thing, and that if you want to, everyone wants to lose weight at some point in their life, but if you don't, then that's okay, and that it's actually reflected in nature that curves, whether you are fat or you are plus size or you are thin, we all have curves, especially women, and that's something that defines women and men. Like, women are more, men have curves too. This here is a curve, so it's but women are supposed to be soft, and of course there are women who choose to, like bodybuilders and female bodybuilders. But what I want to do is, like, I want to kind of refocus humanity, if you will, society, on looking at women the way that, for example, Rubens, the painter,
Yes,
Rubens,
yes.
how he painted his women.
Yeah, I think about Rubens when I watch Curvy Shrine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of people who watch my videos who are not plus size, and also men who just they want to enrich their views because they have, like, that initial curiosity. Like they don't, like, because the thing is with society is that there's such a stigma on being a little heavier. And you have a lot of men who say they don't like it, but then when they're with a woman who is a few sizes larger than the average size woman, they notice they like that, but they're conditioned to think that they shouldn't like it. So that's when they start watching my videos and they start discovering that, oh, so that's maybe why I like
That's
what I
interesting
like.
because you said that men do what they think they should. And I think a lot of times women do the same thing, which is why you have the bulimia and the anorexia problem, among other things.
Yeah, and women who go from anorexia to bulimia and vice versa as well.
Mm-hmm.
What prompted me to do it was, like I said, before I had the channel, I had the website. And there's a whole, like most people who know Curvy Shrine, they just know my channel, that's it. But there's a whole project behind it. I came up with this idea in May of 2008 to create like this website with an actual virtual shrine. And in this shrine, you could read about what I talk about in my videos. And then there's a garden around the shrine so this is all basically theoretical, but it's the idea I have. And there's a garden with statues, with women, stone statues on pillars, plus size women, but also thinner women, and some very heavy women too. That's the concept behind it. But when I had the website, I was like, I use my real name, but now I want to use my face. But I wasn't insecure, but I had some issues that, like my teeth were spaced. And I was like, I can't do this. But every time I said no, there was a voice in my head that says yes. And it's so funny, it's like right now I'm getting the goosebumps or the tingling, like I've mentioned it a few times in my videos, but it's like that I just call God basically. That really strong, not like an audible voice, but like a thought form or something. And that's what got me to YouTube. And as I did more videos, then I started getting the letters from women. Like, I've seen your videos and I really like what you're doing. And then I started getting letters from men. And it just one thing led to another, and then there were like a few companies or like plus size clothing designers who contacted me. And then I started doing videos about their letters. So that's when, at first I was giving to the world basically, and that's how the world gave to me. So you get this feedback loop,
Right.
And you learn from each other. And that's what I like about YouTube. Now, somewhere along the lines, because there's a lot of black and mixed race, especially mixed race Afrocentric women where I live. Once again, that's Rotterdam, Netherlands, but also other cities like Amsterdam and Utrecht. There's a lot of women like that. And I created some videos specifically for those women. They were kind of out of place with the channel, so after a while I took them down. And then I had a lot of requests for those videos from people who had seen the videos and found references to them on my blog on CurvyShrine.com. So that's when I started I already had the channel, the Coen Naninck channel, but then on December 26th last year, 2016, I said to myself, I gotta do something new. So I came up with the video 8 Things Why Guys Love About Black Women.
And it just exploded. You've had real success with your channel.
Yeah, it did pretty well in the beginning, but it took a couple of months for it to take off.
Recently, you've been responding to letters.
Yes.
But you've also
it's the same way as Curvy Shrine, basically.
Right, and which makes it, I think, more interesting.
Yeah, I personally like to do the letters. I really do, because it, like right now I'm like super relaxed. Like my voice is relaxed. I don't know what that is, but when I do like an 8 points video, I know what I want to say, but then I get nervous and I can't do a video. Except for the 8 points video, I was really relaxed and I knew what I wanted to talk about. Instead of like writing down sentences, I had keywords. I was like, oh, that's that, and I started talking about that. For example, the example about white sands and the waviness and stuff.
But you've also gotten flack about your videos, which is really why I wanted to talk to you because that's where the Article 12 comes in, with the right to, have a relationship, family, what have you. And people are being attacked. Black women are. I didn't realize how much Black women are attacked
I
on
didn't realize it.
YouTube until I found your channel, and that was through somebody else. And I think you said something to the effect that you want to focus on the positive, because to balance out, for lack of a better word, all the negative. And then you've gotten flack about doing that.
I mean, especially these topics, it's like, I mean, there are so many different people who have so many different, like, if you have 1,000 people in a room, you have like almost 1,000 different opinions, and some of these opinions are they are close, like they're almost the same, but everyone has like different opinions. So, and that's something I had to learn the hard way with YouTube. If you start your channel, you have to accept the fact that people have different. It's not that they have different opinions, but their opinions are so strong, and it's like my sister said to me, like she said, like the topics that you pick are really they're controversial.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of stigma behind them. I mean, plus size women are not shown on covers of magazines unless they're plus size. Black women are not as much seen on covers of magazines, according to a lot of women who wrote me, as white women. It's actually not so much black women; it's more because Asian women are shown more than dark skinned women. So that's discrimination. I mean, let's call it what it is. So.
Yeah, something, that's Article 2 of the.
Well, yeah, when you contacted me about the upcoming the planned event that I want to do, you said that some of my work, or a lot of it, is alongside of that whole Article 2, what's Article 2?
Article 2 or Article 12. I mentioned Article 3, I think, but if my memory serves me correctly, Article 2 talks about discrimination.
Oh, yeah.
I'll look it up.
But yeah, as I was saying, I mean, understandably, you have men who exclusively want to date black men, and they feel a certain kind of way when white men date them. And this is not to speak bad about black men, because I've actually wanted to do some videos about black men, just to show, it's nothing against black men. But like when I started my videos, I was getting these, I'm not going to mention it, but these really bad words for white people. Mm-hmm. And I thought they were funny, but then I started researching them. I was like, that's not nice. And, if that's the meaning behind it. But then I started researching the whole slavery, topic, which I've been educated in to some degree in school, but nothing of what I've seen in more recent months, which just shocked me. It's literally shocked me.
So how is that addressed in the Netherlands, the whole slavery thing? Is it like whitewashed like it is here?
No, but you see,
excuse me.
Like Dutch people have been slave traders, as far as I know.
Yes.
But with regards to, like, I don't know that history, so I shouldn't speak on it. I don't want to speak on it. But the discrimination in my country is more slated towards people of Muslim descent, or Muslim countries, sorry, and especially Moroccans, Turkish people. Moroccans are associated with crime, and Turkish people are associated with, worker class, lower class. As far as I understand it, so I hope I won't offend anyone.
Yeah, you mentioned something about that in one of your videos. I think somebody said something about a Moroccan, and one of your friends is Moroccan.
Yeah, and then this was I believe in IKEA. Was there someone talked bad about them? And I certainly acknowledge that there's crime, and a lot of them may be Moroccan. I'm saying maybe, but when someone talks about them as a general, a general group, like black women are talked about, then that just, I mean, for me it's like this. Let's say a 12-year-old girl who just started, noticing boys, goes on YouTube and looks up black women, beautiful, for example, those terms. She'll find videos of men, black men, and some other ethnicities too, who speak bad about black women.
True.
And I'm like, if I make videos where I do the opposite, I mean, why would you give a young girl who's in the bloom of her life a bad image of herself? So as young children, we're taught that, if you say to yourself, or about yourself, if you're beautiful, then it automatically has to mean you're vain. And if we say, I'm not worth it, or I'm ugly, or I don't belong, then it's okay. So it's like spoon-fed. We're spoon-fed to think bad about ourselves. And then when we see this in ourselves, we reflect, or we deflect it towards others. And what you create is negativity upon negativity upon negativity upon negativity. And that's how you create this society that is focused on, very much focused on image, instead of on a negative image instead of a positive image. And not just on a positive image, but also on the image itself. Like, everything is about the physical, everything. And look, I want to look good too. It's not about that. But there's so much focus on the physical. That's the whole thing with black and white too. Like, if you're white, then it's better than if you're black. That's why you have women who bleach their skin. And there are other reasons why they do it. And I'm not wanting to be prejudiced, but when
that is a fact.
Yeah, when I started my channel, I didn't know all these things. I thought that when this person said to me that, some people, black people, they bleach their skin, I thought it was a joke. I could not, because for me, when I see a black woman, it's, whether she's plus size or not, I see something like that you don't see every day. Well, where I used to live, that's where you don't see it every day. Where I live now, there's a lot of black women. So, and it's beautiful. That's why white men stare, because we're mesmerized. We love them. And when a woman is a bit more ample, then the darkness of her, how people tan? It's because when they tan, those muscles and curves, they come out. They stand out more. You get more definition. That's what bodybuilders do. So you have a lot of white people who are, they want that. But then on the other hand, you have black people, black women, who want to be more white. They want to be more like white people. And
that's something that society teaches.
Yeah, I like to talk about women because for me, women are, I know it sounds cliche, but women are the progenitors of life. You carry us in your wombs for 9 months, and where would we be without women?
So I hope that this conversation makes clear and answers some of the negativity that's out there regarding your motives for doing these channels. Cohen, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate this conversation. So I'm going to put links below to Cohen's two YouTube channels. And please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below about your thoughts on the conversation. Until next week, bye-bye.
Bye.